Hey guys, hey, I'm back again with another hack. I'm gonna be trying myself, I'm going to be trying to sketch a realistic drawing of a lip in under 1 minute. So it's on Facebook. I saw this hack yesterday, and the person says you can draw a realistic lips in under 1 minute. So before we start, I'll wait to see if there's anyone that wants to hang around with me and watch me try this hack, guys. So I'm not a professional artist or anything. I'm self-taught, and I've been doing kind of a few lives I've been doing in the afternoon time, but I was like, let me just switch it up a bit and just do one in the evening, and the lips may help people kind of like relax, maybe, I don't know. So I just chose the lips. So I've been doing body parts, guys. So I've I've challenged myself to draw different body parts and try and make them as realistic as possible, and also try and do them following other people's shortcuts. So that's what I'll be doing today, taking shortcuts and showing you guys if it's possible for an amateur sketch person. I don't want to call myself an artist. If it's possible for someone like me to be able to recreate all these things that we see professionals recreating. So I've got my paper, my drawing paper. Hey, Denise. Hey. So I've got my paper. How you doing? I know. I'm still waiting for other people to join in. I've been doing live sketches, Denise. I've been doing the live sketches in the afternoons, but I was like, let me just switch it up and see if there's anyone that wants to hang out around with me in the evening. So it's I'm in Sweden, and it's almost, do you know, I can't tell the time. It's almost 9 o'clock here in Sweden. Where are you watching from? Ooh, yeah, 18 people want to see me draw live. I'm not an artist, guys. I'm not an artist. I'm self-taught. I've been teaching myself through what they call it, YouTubing. So I'm going to be using this. I like to show the things that I would use, because like I struggle when I see people sketch things and they don't give you the kind of pencils or things that they use in doing it. Like this person that I'm recreating the sketch he's drawn, he actually didn't indicate what pencil he's using, but I think I kind of saw when he was like, I had to keep rewinding or repeating the video to try and catch a glimpse of what kind of pencil he's using. So I think he's using HB, so I'm going to use HB. Oh, you haven't seen me draw, Denise? Oh, yeah, I've been drawing. Like I started drawing 22nd of September will be a year since I picked up the pencil and I discovered that I could draw. Up until then, I've not been, I never knew I could draw. The only thing I've ever drawn is a stick insect and insect, yeah. So that's the only thing I've ever drawn. And yeah. Okay, so that's the only thing I've ever drawn. So let's see. I'm trying to look for HB pencil, because I think that's why I saw him use HB. So this is the pencil I'll be using, and I got this from Amazon. I've got my Sudogum, my eraser. Hi, Dennis Grant. Hi. Thank you so much for the like, Dennis. Thank you. I'll try and chat whilst I draw. Let me see if I can just put my second phone over here. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Dennis. Thank you so much. You're watching from where did you say? USA? No, UK. Oh, I used to live in the UK, Dennis. I moved to Sweden 3 years ago. Yeah, have you been to Sweden? Yeah, I used to live in the United Kingdom. Okay, so let's start, guys. Let's start. I can see few people are on. Thank you for the sub, Dennis. Thank you. Yeah, I used to live towards Birmingham. So let's start. So if I don't reply, I'm like trying to be focused. And I'm so sorry about my setup. I'm using the Samsung flip phone and it's really awkward to find a stand for it. So I just had to get this one from IKEA, and you can see the thingy here. That's the only thing that will fit this phone. So yeah. So let's start. So he says you need to draw 5 lines. So apparently this is under 1 minute, which I doubt it will be for me. So the first line, if you guys can see, so let's start. I have to rewind back again. So he drew the first line. Let me do the first line. God, I'm so nervous. Every time I start, I get really nervous. So do the first circle. So I'll try and make the lines very faint, because yesterday the mistake I made was I kind of made the lines very dark, and when I had to go erase them, it was really, really awkward for me. So I'll make it as faint, because I can see he's drawing like multiple lines to get the perfect circle. So that's the first line, if you guys can see. And then he says, then you draw kind of like egg shape here, another circle as well. Guys, they make it look so easy. So another circle here. To me it looks like an egg. So kind of like an egg lying down here. The lines are faint now because it's just, I think it's the guidelines. So bear with. We'll get it right this time. Yesterday, guys, I drew, hi William, hi Kutzbart30, hi. Yesterday I drew a realistic, or I was meant to draw a realistic nose. Oh my god, that nose, like even Miss Piggy's nose was better than her. It was a flop, but it wasn't anything to do with the artist I was copying from. It's to do with the fact that I had no blending stump. So I will order a blending stump from Amazon. Yeah, I used the cutting board yesterday to blend, and I think that it worked against me. So he said to draw another circle here, kind of like an egg lying down is what I can see here. So, to me, what I would say to myself is that nobody's lips is perfect, because that was what I said to myself yesterday with the nose. I was like, okay, let me just leave it as no one's nose is perfect. I've got like a flat nose. Actually, my nickname was Miss Piggy. Like I had like a Miss Piggy nose. Hi, William. Hi. So guys, if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Sasha. I started YouTubing to push myself out of my comfort zone. I am kind of like an introvert, and YouTubing has actually given me confidence. I've got so much confidence from doing this, and especially moving to Sweden. It's giving me that sense of belonging, because whenever I kind of have my camera on outside, I feel like I belong to the community where I live in, if that makes sense. So without the YouTubing, I don't think, as an introvert, I don't think I would have had the courage to just go and mingle in the society like that. But yeah, but even though going to school has also helped me integrate into the Swedish society. So I'm having to do SFI, which is Swedish for immigrants. I actually paused for a few weeks now, but I will go back and continue my SFI. So yeah, so that's also helped me integrate into Swedish community. But YouTubing has really helped me. it's pushed me, it's given me, like, it's shown me things that I never knew I could do. Like, if I wasn't doing YouTubing, I probably wouldn't have tried my hand on like sketching. I probably would have just thought, okay, it's something that I would not be able to do. So after that, he did another two big eggs. I call it like egg, it looks like egg circle. So he did two more here. I'm still keeping it very faint. So the first one here. Where are you guys watching from? I know Denise is watching from United Kingdom. So I decided to just try this time zone because, like, I know there's like so many time zones, the Americans, and so I was like, okay, let me just try and see, maybe there will be more people online in the evening. I don't think this is working, guys. His own egg, his own like circle is got sharp bits here. So I saw he also was using regular pencil and cleaner, and I'm calling it cleaner, eraser. But I do have this one because this one helps like tidy up. I don't think this is under 1 minute, guys, because I think I've been doing this now for more than a minute. And the whole hack was to see whether it should be under a minute. So I don't know. Let's just see if the hack actually works. And then if I that have no training can do this, then it means anyone can do it, right? That's the whole point of me sharing this, is to see how possible it is to do. So another big circle here. To me, it looks like, the American baseball, is it baseball ball shape? That's what it looks like. So another one here. This lips looks like it's going to be like an angry lips. I don't know. I always start doubting myself. And then when I see it come to life, then I'm like, okay, maybe. But I think the worst one was the nose. I will go back and do all these sketches again. So this is like my first try. I saw this thing on Facebook. This person showing how to draw the lip. I saved it, and then I said today I was going to try. So all the sketches, when I do them first time live, or if it's recorded, I do it first time, because there's no point me trying it and then coming back again, and then it doesn't really make sense then, because I'm trying to show if it's easy for we beginners to do. So yeah. So there's another circle there. His own circle looks like the same size though, but mine doesn't. So I can always like go back, and that's why I'm doing like faint lines, so that I can go back and erase, because I want it to be as close to as possible as his. So, and the same size as well. You don't want one lip, what do you call it, one lip to be bigger than the other one part of the lip to be bigger. So, but I think this is how he did it. So I use this feeble castle thing. I don't know, guys, is there anyone that uses this kind of eraser, or I call it pseudo gum? Does it ever finish? Because I bought like pack of 3 and I'm still on my first one, and I don't know if it ever finishes, or when do you know when to change it? So guys, I'm using HB pencil, but to be honest, I don't think this is under a minute. So let's just see what happens. Anyway, so that's the circle, the 2 circles drawn. Guys, it doesn't look, this is meant to come down a bit. I think that's how it's meant to be. And then the next step is, it says to draw kind of like a darker curve here, right? So let me do it this way. So to draw a darker curve, So I'm doing a darker curve here. I don't know if you guys can see. And then he did another one here. So I might as well just do it this way, right? Hold on. It's upside down. So he says to do another one here. So I'm doing another one here. I get so nervous, guys, when I know people are watching. But okay, so he does that, and then he drops it down. Oh my days, that's where I'm going to go wrong now. He lowered his hand a bit more, so his hands are lowered down. So he did lower his hands, so I have to go back down here and do it that way. See, that's why I didn't want to like draw very thick lines. So guys, if you guys are new to my channel, I'm Sasha, and on my platform I share my real life moments with anyone that is interested, and it's also to like show people that you can do anything you put your mind to. And being on social media or creating content is really giving me so much confidence, and I'm enjoying doing this, guys. I'm really enjoying learning. So then he does another one here. So basically following that line here down. There's always a method to every sketch. I don't know if you guys can see, the lips is coming. It's looking interesting. I have to do down here. Like so. And then the next thing he does is he literally just tucks it in. So goes this way and then tucks it in here. Remove this. So he tucks it in here like so. So I am going to be doing quite a lot of body parts. I've done the eyes, I've done the nose, I'll do ears as well, an ear, and so I'll carry on doing all that until I'm done, and then I can then reflect back on everything that I've done and then maybe try and practice more. So all these sketches that I do them. Hi Nicholas. Hi. I do them as I see them, so I don't have like a practice run. My practice run is when I do it live here with you guys. So that's what he's done there. But I think this lips is meant to go up. I think it's meant to be up a bit like this, but I don't know. I think I'm just going to leave it like this. But I can see his is up. Actually, guys, I have to like clean it back, because here is kind of a bit high up. Let me not take the shortcut like I did yesterday and it backfired on me. So I'm using a HP pencil, guys, for this, but I noticed that his goes up a bit like this, so not down. So like that. This is how I think his is. So I'm actually recreating someone's art sketch on Facebook. He says how to sketch a realistic lips in under a minute. I don't think it's under a minute for me, because I've been doing this now for over a minute. So the next thing he does is he does kind of like a U-boat here. So that's what I'll be doing next. Oh God, I'm so nervous now. Okay, so he does a U-boat. So it's something like this. And then he drops it down like that. And then he does another U-boat up here. So it goes to show that mine wasn't, it's not as, so I have to just go back and work my way up here. And work my way up here. So it means my circle wasn't quite right. So I'm just going to try and erase some part of it. So that's the reason why I did say in the beginning, don't make like very thick lines, so that way it's easier for you to just erase your mistake. Because when I was drawing the circles, they didn't actually fit quite right, but and I think they are usually like guidelines. So I'll try and do it this way. I think that's how it's meant to be. And then here, hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sasha, and on my platform I like to try I like to try out new stuff, basically like hacks and anything I see online that says quick and easy, or do it this way and you achieve it right and stuff like that. I like to try it out and share it with you guys. So I've been doing quite a lot of hacks and then cooking stuff, and just basically anything that would make life easier for anyone that cares to watch. So that's what I do on here, and I've been pushing myself to sketching. I'm self-taught. I watch people sketch and I just do what they do. So now he's actually darkening and then removing some lines. So he's actually doing, so here is meant to be outwards like that to get the lips. So I'm trying to recreate this lip. Someone that says you can actually draw a lip in under a minute. So that's what I'm trying to do, but man, I don't think it's working for me. But that's another thing artists taught me is patience. How to be patient and not give up. Like especially yesterday when I was sketching that nose, I changed paper, I almost gave up, and this has taught me so much about not giving up. So, and I'm not going to give up on this lip today, guys. It doesn't look, I don't know, maybe when I start to erase, because now he's saying erase your guideline. So maybe when I start erasing, right, then maybe it will work. Because I can't see the top lip yet, but perhaps I just need to remove. So that's what the next step is, erase your guideline here. Okay, and then he darkened the lines. So seeing as this is how I'm going to leave this lip, guys, so I'm just going to go in and darken it. So I'm using a HB pencil because I think that's what he's using. He actually didn't say in the description, but I tried to like look really hard into what he was doing to see what kind of pencil he's using, and I think it's HB. So that's what I'm using, and I got mine from Amazon. I'm using like Feeble Castle pencils. So it says to darken this line. Is there anyone that's actually drawn a lip before this way? So I'm going to also darken this line because I think I'm just going to leave it like this. And what I always say to myself is nobody's face is perfect, right? There's no perfect lips. That's the excuse I give myself. I'm like, there's no perfect lips. There's no perfect body parts. So, and it's okay not to be perfect. So I'm just going to leave it like this. But there's like, this thing here is like really bothering me. Because it's not supposed to be like that. So I'm just going to take this off. It's bothering me there. So it's meant to be a bit curvier down like this, right? It's just got that little thing there that is really doesn't really fit. So I don't know what I did that made hair poke out. I get so frustrated though, so bear with if I'm kind of like, I'll try not to like be too frustrated, but here I just need it to be a bit lower down like so. Okay, so I think that's better, right? Hi guys, hi, thanks for stopping by. Thank you. So I've removed the guideline, and then he says to darken. So he's darkening this space here. So basically I'm just going to do the same. So we're just going to give this place shading. I think that's what he says. And I've learned something though, that using the right pencil helps, and that's why I'm constantly like saying what I'm using, because like when I started it was really hard. I used to use like the regular pencil and I used to wonder why my sketches wasn't right. Hi Nicolina. Hi Nicolina. Hi. Oh, from Serbia. Hi. So yeah, so he says to do this, and then underneath this other one as well. So I need to also remove this guideline here, because I think we're done with this. So you see, that's the reason why I actually didn't make the line very dark, because it needs to still come off, and it just makes it easier. So I use this to tidy up, because when you use your regular eraser, it just leaves lots of rubber stuff. So I'm still not happy with the bottom lips though, guys. This lips looks very swollen, right? So maybe I can just try and correct it. It's meant to be kind of like a U-boat, but it feels like the lips is swollen. So guys, when they say under 1 minute, I don't think it's under 1 minute. Only if you're just prepared to just do whatever. But I think it feels so swollen. Should I reduce the lip? Yeah, I think I should reduce the hair. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to reduce it a bit. Like so. And then like so. Yeah, so I'm reducing the bottom lip because it looks very swollen, guys. So just going to erase the bottom. I'm actually using this regular eraser because it's just easier, guys. It's easier for this one. So I think it's much better now like this. It's much better like this, right? Still looks a bit weird. It doesn't look aligned here. Anyway, so then he says to darken here. So maybe to start coming to life now. Let's see. So he said a slightly darker shading here. So I'm actually drawing a realist or so-called realistic lip. Apparently the hack says how to draw a realistic lip in under a minute. But I don't think that works, guys. Because it's more than a minute and I'm still doing this. Maybe it's because I'm overthinking, eh? Perhaps that's why. Okay, so after that, after the shading, he then used his hands. So he made here dark. And then he made here dark. And then here, slightly out. And then he used his hands for the shading. Hi, Zintina. Hi, Zintina Wall. Then he used his hand to blend in. It actually works. And then after that, what did he do? And then he darkened here. After that, he darkened here. Guys, this doesn't look right. It doesn't look right to me. Doesn't look right. Let's see. Maybe it's because I just need to darken it a bit more. I keep telling myself no one's lips is perfect. So, and sketching has actually taught me patience, how to be patient. Or patience. How to be patient. Yeah. Stop me there. Don't give up. Trust the process. So that's what I tell myself. Thank you guys for stopping by to watch me sketch. I'm self-taught. 22nd of September. I keep mentioning these dates because they're very special dates to me. Is 1 year since I discovered as a 42-year-old person that I could actually sketch, or I can attempt to sketch. So up until then, I never knew I could draw. But guys, I'm not really impressed with these lips. This lips looks very dodgy. It doesn't look like this guy's sketch. I don't know what I've done wrong now. Because I've got the pencil. But I don't know where I've gone wrong. So I'm still trying to darken all here. Because he did darken here. So I'm just trying to make it darker. Maybe then I can start seeing someone's lips. Is there anyone that is into drawing? What am I doing wrong? If there's any tips anyone can give me, that would be really, really helpful. Because I'm all for learning. I want to grow. I want one day when I look back at my sketches, I'm like, wow, did I actually do this? Like sometimes I amaze myself, guys. I actually sketched so many, like I've sketched a realistic face of Zelensky as well, which is one of the highlights for me. Guys, this is not looking like someone's lips. I don't know. It's not looking like a lip. So then he shaded here as well. Can you guys see someone's lips? Because I'm not seeing it. And I'm following the exact strokes that he's using as well. I don't know, it doesn't look like a lip. It's the down bit here that doesn't look like a lip to me. I don't know. I'm pretty disappointed with this. So then after that, he says to shade it. Don't tell me that's the end of it though. And then he says to shade it with your fingers. The down is a letdown. I'm not seeing any lip here. The down is letting it down. I don't know. Should I just erase? I don't know, this boat thing here, I just have a feeling the lips here should be a bit smaller. But then he says to, so he says to also do this, and then do this, and to do this. Guys, does this thing look like a lip? I'm not happy with down here. Guys, this don't look like a lip, does it? It doesn't. I just think, let me see. Okay, so let me just shade. So to shade here, so I'm trying, guys, I'm trying out this hack that says you can sketch a realistic lips in what do they call it, in a minute. And it's more than a minute I've been doing this, so that one is a fail. I don't know if it's on my to do with me, or I don't know. It doesn't look really easy to do. And then it says to shade here. So I'm just trying to shade, put some smudge. But the down is what's like really bothering me. And then it says to do some here and do some here. To me, sketching is like an illusion, right? I'm just not happy. I'm just not happy with the bottom down here. I don't know if I should take some off and make it more rounder. But okay, I think I know what he's doing. The lips is sitting, I don't know. He's kind of doing a shadow of something. I don't know, I'm not happy with down here, so I'm just going to just erase a little bit off. Like so. Because I just think it's, yeah, I think that's what I need to do. Just follow the line here and just make it a bit smaller. Yeah, now it looks like a lips. If I draw another line here, smaller line, then it does look like a lip. Yeah, I think that's what I did wrong. It was too big. Yeah, guys, it now looks like a lip. Now I'm getting there. Now I can see. I can see. Now it looks much better. And that's one thing I love about sketching, guys. Patience is giving me that, like, I've got the like, it teaches me how to have patience. So you see, just by removing a little bit of it, now I can see a lip from my end. Let me see if you guys can see a lip. Now I can see. So now I just need to do that shading he did here. So it's kind of like a shadow. Let's see. Just need to remove a little bit. So this is kind of like a shadow of something here. Now it's making sense. Now I can do this and smudge. So dark inside has to be dark, and then you work your way out. I'm literally just copying what this guy did on Facebook, guys. So on my platform, I like to push myself out of my comfort zone, and this time around is learning how to sketch, and hopefully I will progress. And to be honest, the moral of the whole my point, or my journey is, there's no age that is too old for you to learn something new. Like at the age of 41, I discovered I could sketch. I've not been to any art school, guys. It's just through the power of social media. And that's one thing that I think is very positive about social media, is you can learn so much. I've learned about how to cook different cultural food. I've been cooking lots of Swedish food as well. I've been trying lots of Swedish food, and I am like a self-professed fussy eater, and I've tried so much. And I always say to myself, I always give myself credit as well. So when I succeed, I always say, wow, you always have to give yourself credit. Like, praise yourself when you've just the little things that you achieve, just praise yourself. And that's what I always do. So like, after sketching something that I like, or I think that I've done well in, I tend to like say, wow, Sasha, you've done a good job. So for those of you that don't know, my name is Sasha, and welcome to my channel, the Lindbergz channel. I share like my real life moments, unscripted. Just what you see is what you get. So if it's something that you're interested in, if it's a tribe, a community that you'd like to be a part of, you can always subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notification, so you get a notification on when I post a video, because I tend to do like random videos. Like, I don't like to kind of like say tomorrow I would say tomorrow I will sketch, but I don't like to give it time, because then I start to panic. So yeah, so if it's something you're interested in, just click the subscribe button and join my community. On my platform here, I want it to be a safe place where we can bond, we can learn and discover new skills and new things together. So I'm learning every day. Just like with the lips, I've never drawn this sort of lips ever before. I have drawn lips when I do like faces that I've copied on Facebook, but I haven't done this. So I think I'm a bit okay with these lips the way it is now. So he says then make so use your eraser, is what he did now, to kind of make like lines. He's literally using a standard eraser, So I bet when I go to do it now, mine will be very dodgy, but I think I still need to darken the lips a bit, so that when I use the eraser, then it pops out. Because I think he removed every whiteness from the lip. But yeah, this lips looks much better now. Before it looked very dodgy. So yeah, so there's no age that is too old for you to learn something new. And that's one thing social media has taught me, and YouTubing has. So he kind of made like, kind of as if you're giving yourself crease. But he said use your eraser. So let's see if I can create illusions of a creased lip. I bet mine will look like spider legs now. Just you guys wait and see. Wait. He did something very interesting here. I just noticed. So here is darker. And then here is darker as well. So he kind of did some dark stuff here. That's like I don't know, he's trying to create a shadow of the lips, and I just noticed it now, guys. Yeah, so he did something like this, like a shadow, and then he used the eraser, the tip of your basic eraser is what I can see him using, but it's not working for me, guys. I'm supposed to use this to create. Don't know if you guys can see any crease here. Yeah, I think I can see them now. I think you just need to like use some more force. So something in the shape of this. Oh my days, I'm not really happy with this. So I'm just going to clean. And what else did he do? So he also used the eraser for the down bits. So he did the same, kind of like giving it downward what do they call it, downward lashes. I don't know if you can see though. Maybe I should have shaded more. I don't know if you guys can see the illusion. I'm basically using what he's using, like a normal eraser. Okay, so he did that. I'm just going to tidy up. I'm not really impressed with this. And then I think, okay, he then used his pencil to then follow the lines where the he did the crease. So basically like that. I think he's trying to define the lip crease. So he's trying to define it so you can at least see this line here. If you guys get what he's trying to do, so that way you can see where the eraser comes off. I think I'm going to make it a bit darker because now it looks like so I'm using a HB pencil, guys, from Feeble Castle. I got this from Amazon after months of using the wrong pencil. So I think you guys can probably see the lips coming to life now. I think practice makes perfect. So this is my first attempt. I haven't done a trial run. And I think he did the same for here. So basically that pencil thing kind of defines the crease to the lip. So I'm just gonna do this and then we will see. We'll take a break and I think I'll come back and I'll show you guys another hack that I saw on how to what do they call it, how to draw a realistic ear. I think I'll do that today as well because I was meant to do a live session in the afternoon And I just decided to just wait till in the evening when people are relaxing, because maybe some people may want to see a non-artistic person attempt to be an artist, if that makes sense. But I'm so proud of the journey. I'm so proud of this journey. I've learned so much from content creating. I have learned a lot, guys. I've pushed myself. I'm an introvert, and you may not know this, but I do like my own company. It's kind of hard to explain the kind of introvert I am, because outside I'm very bubbly, but inside is like my comfort. Like my home is like my heaven. So it's kind of strange. And YouTubing has given me so much confidence. And when I'm walking on the street, I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, I'm good, you're fine, you can do this. So it's really, really helped me. And I'm loving the journey. And everyone has been really, really nice as well. So that's why I always say this is my safe space. And I think I'm gonna have to just do this, because now it's looking a bit weird. Like try and darken here, because I could see here is a bit darker. So I think I'm going to darken here a bit more, like so. I think I should have like taken it inside more, like so. Hi guys, hi, thank you all for stopping by. Thank you Dennis, thank you William, thank you Kubat, thank you Williams again, thank you Nicholas, thank you Zitina, thank you guys, thanks for watching. And like I said, you can always turn on your you can subscribe to my channel, and then that way you get a notification as well if you turn on your the button whenever I come live, and you just fancy stopping by just to say hi. You know, you don't have to watch through everything if you don't want to, or if you're busy, and everyone has a busy life. So you can be a part of my tribe. I really, really want it to be a very positive space where anytime you watch me, you get, I hope I kind of inspire you to want to just do whatever it is you've been putting on hold. Just do it. And that's one thing I've learned from content creating, is don't keep anything on hold. Just go out and do it. Live your life and be happy. Live your life unapologetic. Is it unapologetically? Yeah. So I think I can see a lip. I can see a lip. I can see a lip. It looks like a lips, right? It looks like a lip. I think I have done it. And then I think he just, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. He just made here darker. So, and then that's it. It's not perfect, but this is my first attempt, guys. And the good thing with pencil is that you can always go back in and just erase or try and adjust. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just like going back in to see. And I think it was much better than my nose, guys. Yesterday's nose, it was shocking. Yesterday's nose was shocking. So I'm just trying to go back and darken here, because he actually darkened there, so that way it looks nicer, I think. So would I say this is under 1 minute? Nope. Only if maybe I'm taking it too serious. Maybe if I was just freestyling, Like, you know, like when you just close your eye and hope for the best. Maybe it would work that way, but I didn't. I just put my mind to it. But like I said, using the right pencil is really, really good, guys. Wait, did he then shade it all off? I can see the final thing. He actually shaded. Are you kidding me? I was just darkening it. Okay, so I think I'm going to use a stump to, because this lines here at the end, it's all shaded off. So let me see. If I use my cutting board, yeah, because I just saw the end of it. The end doesn't have these defined lines that was already excited to make darker. I use this because I don't have a stumper, guys. A blending stump. So I'm just going to use this because I need to pull out some black from it. So, and that's it. So what do you guys think? Did I achieve the leap? I'm just using a cutting board, guys, to just try and get some of, maybe kind of like a shadow. Yeah. What do you guys think? I think it actually worked. It worked. If you squint, you may actually see a lip there. What do you think? So this is how to sketch a lip, but I don't know if you can do this in under a minute. I can see another thing here. So I just paused it to see his final this thing, and I can see here as well. So I think it's kind of like an illusion, and then he used his fingers to just rub. So yeah, so that's it. How to create a realistic lip. And I don't know if, do you know, as I'm still looking at his paints, his sketches, come to think of it, mine doesn't look right. I swear he must have done something else after his, like, it doesn't look, it looks very strange. Like when you pause the video, it just looks like I haven't finished. Maybe it's because it's from a lens, and that's why. It just doesn't look like I'm finished. Just here. Here feels more darker. So perhaps I'll do this. Create like a shadow on the lip here, the top lip. Doesn't look finished. Hi guys, hi. I don't know, what do you guys think? Does this look like a lip? A realistic lip? And this is just the first attempt. So I'm using a HB pencil because I think that's what the artist used. And this is someone I found on Facebook sharing how to make a realistic lips in under 57 seconds, which mine didn't. So I'm just trying to shade here. There must be something I did that is so wrong. This don't look right here. Trying to go down this way. Anyway, I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I just don't want to spoil it. So yeah, so that's it. That's my first attempt on the hack, and I'm just going to sign so that it reminds me of today. Sketching. with Sasha. And today's date is 11th of September. And with love at the Lindbergz. So that's it, guys. That's my attempt to do a realistic lips. I don't know if any of you was following along, but would I say this was in 57 seconds? It's a capital no. So I think it took me maybe half an hour to do, but maybe it's because I kind of like was trying my best to, get it right. But this is just the first attempt, and to be honest, I'm not really impressed. I will try out other hacks. I've seen other hacks on how to like draw a lips. So I will continue to come and share with you guys any other easy steps that I get on how to draw a lips. But for now, this is the attempt I try to do on the 57 seconds hack. So does anyone want to ask me any questions before I end this session? And maybe I'll have to go and get myself well, I already have a drink here, guys. So I'm just going to have a little glass of something because my throat is a little bit dry. And then I'll come back and we'll carry on. So yeah, so that's what I'm having. A nice glass of Fanta. And then I'll carry on. So yeah, so that's it, guys. Let me just give a shout out to everyone that has been watching, that said hi. And for those of you that didn't say hi as well, it's okay. Give a shout out to everyone. Thank you, Dennis, for stopping by. Dennis Grant, William, Kubat 30, Nicholas Betson, Nicola Asik, and Zitina Wall. Thank you all for stopping by, and don't forget you can always like subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, and come and be a part of my tribe on my platform. I tend to share my real life moments unscripted, and hope that it inspires people to go out there and try anything you've been putting on hold, guys. A little backstory, whilst you guys kind of like rate my lip. So this is my first attempt, and you can leave a comment and rate it and let me know, what do I need to improve? Can you see a lip there, or is it just child's play, child's drawing? You can give me constructive criticism because I am open to learn and get better at doing this. So a little backstory, less than a year ago, almost a year now, I discovered I could sketch. I was in class studying SFE, which is Swedish for immigrants. I was studying SFE one day and I got really frustrated because I wasn't really understanding. I think with Swedish for immigrants, when you speak English as your first language, you tend to kind of like struggle more to learn the language. So I think that I felt really frustrated, and at the back of my exercise book, I started drawing Tom and Jerry's head, and then I was like, wait a minute, this looks like Jerry, like from Tom and Jerry. And that was what kind of made me, I was like, okay, maybe I can actually draw. And then I went home, I went to YouTube, I started researching how to draw Tom and Jerry, how to draw in general, and I just sit down in front of my paper and I just start to sketch. And then I discovered I could actually sketch. I was sharing it on my YouTube, and my friends were like, no way, Sasha, did you do these sketches? I was like, yeah, because I did Super Mario Brothers. I actually do sketches that actually tell a story, like it reminds me of my childhood. So whenever I draw something, I like to put the meaning to the reason why I'm actually doing that. And I suppose that's what motivates me to try and give it my all. So my friends were like, no way, Sasha, did you do this? And I was like, yes, I did. But it was so hard trying to film as I draw, because my drawings were taking so long to do, and you can't really do a video with like 2 hours of drawing. And they still didn't believe it, so I started taking pictures. So every step I did, I took pictures, and then I would show them, and they still didn't. I say in my mind, I was like, you know what, don't worry, I'm just gonna go live, because if I go live, you can see my hands. My fingers are very distinctive. I've got very big hands, so there's no way you would say it's not me. So that's why I decided best to just go live, and I think it's just fun, because even if even if it's just, I want you guys to see the raw moments, like in the past sketches that I've done. Like when I did the nose yesterday, I started and then I decided to just start all over again. I want you guys to see my journey so that hopefully when I become better and when I become a pro at sketching, we can all sit back and reflect and be like, I remember when Sasha was always tearing up the paper and starting afresh. I want you guys to follow me on this journey. And, it's been a real pleasure doing this content thing. So, yeah, and I'm learning so much skills. Like, I have learned so much. Like I said, I've learned about cooking. I've learned patience about cooking as well, because I used to be one of those people that like to substitute. So when you're cooking and they says add some parsley, add some basil, I'm like, hell no, I'll just use whatever greens that I see in the cupboard or in the fridge. I just add it because I'm like, why would I waste money just to sprinkle a little bit of parsley? Oh, sorry, not parsley, parsley. Why would I spend so much sprinkling a little bit of parsley and then it all goes bad? I don't know if you guys can relate to this. When you get this list of ingredients and half of the things that you get, you tend to not use it for another dish and then they go bad. Just like chives, for example, guys. Whenever we buy chives, the chive starts to grow wings in the freezer, or sorry, in the fridge. So I'm like, so sometimes I used to believe that I can just substitute, but I suppose doing this content has really taught me how to not substitute, but then how to like preserve whatever is left over, like freeze them, like cheese. I've got leftover cheese that I grated and I kept them in the freezer for some other time. So I think content creating has given me that, that desire to want to preserve things and also show you guys how I preserve those things. Because whenever I want to learn how to preserve your apples from going brown, I Google it. You Google YouTube and you watch how to things. So I'm like, okay, I might as well share the ups and the downs and all the money saving hacks and all that. So yeah, so there's so much for me to share with you guys, and it will be my pleasure to carry on doing this for as long as I can. And yeah, and so that's it really. Chit chat and a sketch of a lip. If I've still got time, I will come back tonight and sketch an ear. But if I don't, then I'll come back tomorrow evening and let's call it evening. I'll just probably try and wait till in the evening and I'll come and do this, because I'm just gonna stop, have a drink, do some ironing. I dread ironing, guys. But I found the easiest way to do your ironing, guys, is to use ironing water. Whenever you put ironing water into your iron, where you put water, it makes the ironing very quick for me. So that's one thing I discovered, that when you use water, it takes forever. But when you use the ironing water, it kind of like just makes it easy. So I think I'll go and do some ironing and just watch some whatever, just relax. And then if I have the strength, I'll come back. If not, I'll do it tomorrow. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for listening to me ranting and chatting. And yeah, so I've given the shout out to everyone that's been watching, and I'll see you guys maybe tonight or maybe tomorrow. So whatever you do, I hope you have a positive evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you're watching me from. And thank you guys. Bye bye.